Hello, my name's John, this is my September hobby roundup, and you're watching Wargames Models and Other Hobbies. Hello and welcome to September's hobby roundup. I've got quite a few things that I've worked on this month, so I'm just going to jump straight on in and we'll start having a look at them. So I started the month by finishing my Space Marine Terminator squad in my chapter colours, the Void Crows. I have done a video on these so you can have a closer look at them, so I'll drop a link in the description for that video. But I was really happy with the way that these came out. There's only one minor conversion in this squad, and that is the chain fist that I put together on this guy. But yeah, really happy with how these 5 turned out. So, like I said, I'll put a link to the video in the description. But yeah, started out finishing off these models, really happy with that. I then went on to do a conversion of a Primaris Imperial Space Marine. So I really loved the Imperial Space Marine when it came out as an anniversary model, and I just wanted to update it to a Primaris model. I've also done a video on this one this month, so I'll leave another link in the description. But yeah, really happy with the way that that turned out. I think it really does show the kind of the same narrative to the model as the original did, and it's quite nice having it as a larger scale Space Marine. The rules were released in the Warhammer Legends, so I can use them in 10th edition. Once I'd done this, I really liked the idea of creating some Primaris squads based on what is now the older Space Marine squads. So I created a tactical squad as Primaris Space Marines. In my Void Crows Space Marine chapter, I do have a formation that includes these, which I'll do a video later down the line when I actually paint these up. But I really like the way that these models turned out. So we've got here a missile launcher armed Primaris. We then have the Sergeant with a chainsaw and a combi weapon. We have a Flamer armed Space Marine, and then the rest are the standard bolt gun Marines. So a full squad of 10. Simple conversions, these ones. So the bodies were just Primaris Space Marines, and then the arms and shoulder pads were from the tactical squad box set. So it created a really nice look. I do actually like the way they turned out, with rather than the bolt rifles, the bolt guns. So yeah, it was really fun making a squad of 10 of those. If you'd like me to go into more detail on how I made these, please drop a comment and I'll sort out another video. After I made the tactical squad, I wanted to make a bit more of a unique squad, so I used the assault squad rules to create this smaller squad with a little bit more character as an almost like a breacher squad or a close assault squad for fighting in urban areas or on space hulks or something like that. So we have here the Sergeant armed with a thunder hammer and a combat shield running in to fight someone. Then 2 melter guns for these 2 Marines. And then 2 conversions that I really liked, using the intercessor kits, some bolt pistol wielding Marines. Rather than giving them a chainsword or anything in the model, I thought it was quite a nice look just having the pistols. So whether these are newly inducted Space Marines, so they're starting off with just the very basic kit, I'm not sure, but as I do the tactical squad and this assault squad, I'll come up with some lore to go with them. But I really enjoyed converting these little ones. So after I'd done those Space Marines, I then went on to a few more conversions. So we have here some more Terminators from the Leviathan box set, but this time I was combining them with the Deathwing parts from the Dark Angels kit. I have done a video on these, so I'll drop a link in the description. The first video is all about this chap here, where I look at whether the kit parts actually fit from the older models to the newer size Terminators. Tomorrow's video that I'm going to release is going to be about the rest of the squad, so I'm not going to have a look at those directly now. You can catch them in tomorrow's video. So there is that Terminator. I then continued to put kits together. So we have here the Chaos Sorcerer and Familiars. I really got this kit for the classic Familiars, so I like the little guy in armour with the massive sword, as well as the little fish guy with a trumpet. They're really characterful, quite nostalgic from the old Hammer models that you used to get. But yeah, I'm going to paint these up soon, but I want to think about exactly how I'm going to do that. I then fancy doing a little bit of a conversion. So I have here a Dark Angels Fallen character using parts from the Deathwing kit, as well as some Primaris Intercessor parts. I created this character. I don't know whether it's going to stay fallen or be redeemed or whatever. It's just a bit of a fun kit bashing character. I probably will do a video on painting this one, as it's going to be quite a nice unique piece. But I really enjoyed this one. What I wanted to get across with this is a giant of a Space Marine. So even pre-Primaris, this Space Marine would have stood head and shoulders above others during the Horus Heresy. But now, living in the 40,000 universe, either hiding from the Dark Angels or joining back with them now the line is back. But yeah, really enjoyed that one. After making all of those, I fancy doing a little bit of fixing of an older model I have. So I have here, I always butcher the pronunciation on this one, but Luft Huron, who becomes Huron Blackheart in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. This is the Forge World model from the Badab Wars, one of my favourite time periods in the Warhammer 40,000 timeline. I do want to do a video on painting this one, but yeah, this was a damaged model that unfortunately got crushed and broken, but I've managed to fix all the bits back together, replace a few parts. Really nice model, this one. The benefit I find with this one, because it's standing on a rock, when you stand next to the new Terminators, it doesn't look too out of place. But yeah, it's still the same old scale as the older ones. But yeah, I really do like that model. And then to finish off the month of hobby, I carried on painting my Dark Angel Intercessors. Still got to finish off the bases, but something I tried for the first time is a light effect on the Sergeant. Let's get that in focus. Yeah, light effect on the Sergeant from the screen shining onto their armour just there. It's something that I haven't done before, where you have a light source on a model, and it's something I want to try again to see how it goes. But yeah, really happy with that. I will be doing a video about the basing up of models in the not too distant future, so stay tuned for that. And talking of my videos, I'm currently doing an experiment which, if you have a look back over the last few videos, they're all suggestions that I've got AI to write for me. So I've been making all of the videos, but I've created a list using AI about the kind of videos that would work well on the channel. So it's a big experiment at the moment. I'm finding it really interesting to do, as I'm looking at the list that it's producing and from that list creating that content, which a lot of the last few videos have been from that. So if you want to have a look, I'll leave a link to the playlist in the description so you can go and have a look at the videos so far. But yeah, something that I'm really enjoying, and from that I'm trying to release at least one video a week on Sundays, but also with the content I'm producing, I'm also able to release another video on Wednesdays as well. So please check out Wednesdays and Sundays. There should be a video for you to have a look at. And the final thing this month, I managed to pick up a Airfix model kit. Let's get this in shot, it's quite big, of a 747. It's at 144 scale, which I think is the same as N gauge, and I'm not going to open this box up right now, but I'll probably do a video down the line on this. The reason why I got this is I have a long-term project based on one of my favourite childhood books, which is Henry's Quest, and in here there is a little bit of artwork that's always inspired me to want to make a model, which is this one just here of the old Jumbo Jet 747 converted into a habitable building. But I'm probably do a video down the line on that. It's a project that it's going to be a long-term project, might be a while before I do it, but I was really happy that I managed to pick that up. I hope you've enjoyed this month's hobby roundup. Like I said, I'll leave links to the other videos that I've done in the description. If you like the content that I'm producing, please like, comment. If there's any other videos you want to see, again, drop a comment. I'm really happy to kind of produce videos that people want to see. But for now, my name's John, and you've been watching War Games, Models and Other Hobbies.